Welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Sarah Bernard, and joining me in the studio now is Roseann Weiss, the Director of Community Art Programs and Public Art Initiatives for the Regional Arts Commission. Roseann, welcome to STL TV. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, you've got a big job at the Regional Arts Commission. You want to tell us a little bit about what you do?
Sure. Like all not-for-profits, we all do a lot of different things.
Right.
So, but one of the main things that I do is I run something called the Community Arts Training Institute, and we call it the CAT Institute for short. So this has been going on since 1997. So we've got about 200 people who've been trained in this institute now, and it's a cross-sector training. So what that means is that we take artists of all disciplines, musicians, theater people, visual artists, and community activists, community organizers, social workers, policymakers, and we cross-train them for 5 months. So they speak the same language.
So they come to workshops and seminars
Yes.
and that kind of thing, and
Yes.
they train with you and
Yes.
other people?
And so what we are trying to do is to create new collaborations and have the arts happen outside of traditional theaters and music halls and galleries and in communities.
Okay, so give us an example of something happening in St. Louis.
Well, there's a lot of examples. One of the examples I like to use a lot is that for 10 years there's been a program, actually 12 years now, at St. Peter and Paul's homeless shelter for men in transition. Once a week, they have been meeting with professional artists and writing about their experiences, creating visual art about their experiences, creating films about their experiences, creating a performance piece about their experiences. And that becomes part of their transition out of homelessness into society again. Becomes a very important part of their transition.
Have any of these people actually gone on to take that art and use it in any professional way, or what?
Well, yes, and in fact, in my last CAT Institute class, I had somebody who was in that transition program in my class.
You're kidding.
Yeah,
so
it was
tell
great.
Us about that.
Well, it's a great story. He very much is very interested in writing, and they did a performance piece that they do in public, and he's terrific in it. I mean, he's got a lot of actor in him. So he's been working doing that, and it's great.
Oh, that is just a great success story for you and for the Regional Arts Commission.
Well, and for him, and
Yeah.
for the notion that you can work with people and have their poetic creativity come out of them, because we all have that creative capacity.
Absolutely, and it's just so important to tap into that and
Yes.
to use it. So the Regional Arts Commission, which is down in the Loop on Del Mar,
That's
it's
right.
a great building. We were talking about
Yes.
that earlier, and there's so much going on in that building. And so what are some other things that you do in terms of community development? And I'm also curious how it's all paid for. Are there grants that you all
Right.
receive?
You know, we're a funding organization, and we get a small portion of the hotel motel tax.
Okay.
Most of it goes to the CVC, but we get some of it, and we're able to give $2.5 to $3 million away a year to in St. Louis City and County, from everybody from the St. Louis Symphony down to the smallest community arts organization in all different increments. So that's really developed the arts in depth and quality, I think, in St. Louis over the last 26 years.
And also that funding pays for the community development work that you're doing. That's
Yes,
being done
often,
around.
I mean, it's a wonderful circle because we can train people to work in community and then they can come to us for funding for their programs.
Okay, so you've been doing this since 1997. Have you been there the whole time?
I have not been there the whole time.
Okay, so part of that time. So it's been done.
Yes.
And what are some other things that are going on this year under your umbrella, your area?
Well, we started a graduate program for the people who've gone through the Institute.
Do the 5-month training?
Yes,
Okay.
so we're taking 12 people and we're putting them through what we call Tiger. And again, it's cross-sector, so it's artists and people who work in the community working together to even dig deeper into what that practice means to be in the community.
Okay.
So that's really exciting. The other thing we're doing is that we're doing something called Artist Count. So
Okay.
we're going to survey all of the artists in St. Louis City and County.
All of it, so people working part-time, full-time
Absolutely,
as artists?
self-identified as artists.
Okay, and what are you going to do with that information?
Well, we want to know what they need. Is there enough studio space? Is there enough performance space? Do they need live-work space? Are there enough grants for them? How are they living? How are they working? Is there enough professional development? We want to know those things.
Oh, wow. So you're going to find out, really tap into the arts in St. Louis, which you all are already doing, but this is really, it sounds like it's going to be great information.
Yes, exactly.
So, okay, well, we have the Regional Arts Commission is on Del Mar. are in the loop, and you can go to art-stl.com for more information. And we will have more with Roseann when we return. Remember to keep up with STL TV and all the great events going on around St. Louis. Friend us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can always watch us streaming live on stltv.net. We'll be back with more and Roseann more after this. Thank you.